Think you need to drop hundreds of dollars to get decent video editing done? Spoiler alert, you absolutely do not. There are some wildly capable tools out there that cost $0. Honestly, a lot of creators start with these free options and make truly pro-level content. Hey, I'm Kevin. Well, your friend Kevin on the internet, and today I'm walking through the best free video editors I actually recommend. We're covering where each editor shines, where they might frustrate you, and how one clever trick can make your life 10 times easier. Let's dive right into the details. First up on the list is the wildly popular CapCut. If you are focused on creating short-form content, CapCut is basically everywhere these days. Since it was built by the TikTok team, it is highly optimized for quick turnaround social clips. The mobile application is incredibly slick for on-the-go work. However, the desktop version has matured significantly, meaning you don't have to be chained to your phone anymore. You gain access to professional tools like keyframe animations and auto captions. It also includes a powerful background remover and tons of templates for fast editing. The drag and drop timeline is super approachable for new users. This feature is perfect if you are juggling multiple shoots and need to post content on the fly. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows with CapCut. Some of those AI-powered niceties like advanced skin smoothing are locked behind the pro tier. So if you want the absolute best auto magic features, you might encounter a paywall. Still, for short vertical content and quick social edits, CapCut remains one of the best free entry points available. The biggest win here is that it doesn't slap any watermarks on your final exports. That single fact makes it a huge plus for many creators. Moving on to the heavy hitter, DaVinci Resolve. If CapCut is the nimble sprinter, Resolve is definitely the full-blown professional studio. My team uses this for all of our long-form channel work because it bundles so many professional tools. It combines editing, world-class color grading, audio post-production, motion graphics, and even VFX all in one application. The dedicated cut page is absolutely amazing for quickly assembling rough cuts. Then the edit page gives you that full, granular timeline control you crave. The color tools, including nodes, power windows, and tracking, are literally industry standard features. Fairlight handles any really deep audio work you might need to get done. And Fusion brings powerful compositing and motion graphics directly into the same application environment. Simply put, you can accomplish virtually every part of your post-production pipeline right here. Now for the main trade-offs, Resolve can be quite heavy on your system. It definitely demands a reasonably capable machine to run smoothly. Furthermore, the overall learning curve is noticeably steeper than some of the other options we've discussed. The free version is legitimately powerful and covers the needs of most serious creators. However, there is a studio option, which is a one-time purchase that unlocks advanced capabilities like AI noise reduction. If you desire total creative control and near studio quality output without any subscription fees, Resolve is the play. Just be prepared to invest a significant amount of time into learning its robust system. Next up, Canva might genuinely surprise a lot of you when I place it on this editor list. Most people already associate Canva with making fantastic thumbnails, social posts, and professional pitch decks. However, their integrated video editor has matured into something quite genuinely useful for many tasks. Since it is entirely web-based, it is super beginner-friendly right out of the gate. It allows you to easily trim clips, split sections, animate text, and incorporate royalty-free media from their library. The entire interface remains exceptionally clean, which prevents you from wasting time figuring out where key tools live. The inherent limitations are quite obvious when compared to dedicated software. Deep timeline control or advanced color grading isn't really Canva's core strength. It shines brightest for creating polished introductory sequences, social-first videos, and quick repurposing of existing material. If you already spend a lot of time in Canva for your static graphics, using it for lightweight video feels like a natural extension. Pro features like the background remover and brand kits are indeed behind the pro subscription wall. However, the free tier provides a surprisingly functional and usable editing experience. Now, if you are a Windows user, you have likely already encountered Clipchamp appearing within your operating system. Microsoft effectively folded this application directly into the Windows 11 experience. Clipchamp operates entirely in your browser, making it inherently fast and laser-focused on simplicity. You get drag and drop functionality, pre-made templates, and built-in screen and webcam capture capabilities. That means you can achieve a lot without needing to install any heavy, dedicated software packages. It even has a neat feature allowing you to record your screen and your webcam simultaneously. This simultaneous capture is really handy for creating tutorials or quick reaction clips. The free version supports excellent 1080p exports and includes a useful selection of filters and templates. The primary caveat to be aware of is that some premium stock assets and advanced branding options are subscription locked. So for casual creators or anyone seeking a truly fuss-free built-in tool, Clipchamp is a very solid default choice. Now, for the dedicated open source community, Kdenlive is an absolute gem of a program. It runs universally across Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems, which is a big plus. It is packed with pro-level features like multi-track editing and fully keyframeable effects. It even supports advanced tools like color correction and proxy editing for handling truly massive files. Because it is open source, this means absolutely no paywalls and zero watermarks on your final exports. Plus, you benefit from a dedicated community that constantly ships updates and new plugins. The user interface can feel a little bit dense when you first open it up. It certainly isn't as polished as some of the bigger commercial applications, admittedly. But if you are willing to explore a bit, Kdenlive offers incredible flexibility without costing you a single dime. For creators on Linux or anyone who values deep functionality without vendor lock-in, it is definitely worth the time investment. So that is the full roundup of the core editors. We have CapCut for that quick, short-form workflow you need. DaVinci Resolve is there for absolute studio-level control over every parameter. Canva is excellent for creating those fast, polished introductory pieces. Clipchamp serves as a fantastic, easy default for Windows-based editing tasks. And Kdenlive delivers that deep open source power for the tinkerer. Each of these tools absolutely has its own sweet spot in the market. Crucially, none of them are perfect for every single use case you might have. Which brings me to something I really want to highlight for all of you. This is especially true for creators who shoot long-form content but need to publish dozens of short clips weekly. Automation. Here is the simple reality of the modern content game. The initial editing is only about half of the entire battle you face as a creator. The other half involves turning those long videos into consistent, bite-sized content pieces. You then have to schedule all of that content and maintain a smooth publishing flow across every single platform. You can do all of this manually: clip, export, upload, and schedule, if you really want to grind. Alternatively, you can leverage tools that automate huge portions of that repetitive loop. This frees you up to actually focus on the creative work instead of the tiny, repetitive chores. Here's a quick pro tip. Zapier is fantastic for stitching various applications together seamlessly. For example, export your finished video to a Google Drive folder, and Zapier can automatically post it as a draft to YouTube. It can also trigger a workflow that immediately pushes an update out to your LinkedIn followers. This saves you a ton of mindless copying and pasting, especially when working across many different tools. But what if your actual headache sounds like this? I have a 2-hour live stream and need 30 social clips from it every single week. If that sounds familiar, then you are in the exact scenario where an AI tool like Vizard truly shines. Vizard is an AI platform that automatically scans long videos to find the most viral ready moments. It then cuts those moments into fully ready to post clips for you immediately. This tool isn't designed to replace your creative touch in Resolve or CapCut. It is specifically there to handle the heavy lifting of clip discovery and initial assembly. That way, you never waste hours endlessly scrubbing through raw footage looking for gold. I want to highlight 3 things I genuinely like about Vizard and why I started using it. First, the auto-editing feature scans your long video, surfaces highlight moments, and creates snackable clips primed for engagement. It is genuinely surprising how well the AI picks up on emotional beats and punchlines in the dialogue. Second, the auto-schedule tool lets you set exactly how often you want content posted. The system will then queue and publish that content perfectly according to your specific settings. This means you absolutely do not have to babysit every single upload anymore. Finally, the integrated content calendar allows you to manage everything from one central dashboard. You can schedule, tweak clips, and publish across all platforms from that one single location. It becomes the single place where you can see what is coming up across your entire social media presence. Now, I do not want to sound like I'm knocking the excellent editors we just covered. Each one of those free programs is undeniably excellent within its specific lane. But here is precisely where you start to run into serious workflow pain points. CapCut is lightning fast, but you still have to manually find which specific parts of a long video are even worth turning into shorts. Resolve is absolutely incredible for the final polish and color finish, but slicing dozens of clips from a multi-hour timeline is tedious work. Canva and Clipchamp are fantastic for adding that quick professional polish, but they don't help discover viral moments. Kdenlive gives you immense control over the timeline, but it requires substantially more manual effort from you. This is where Vizard steps in to fill that crucial gap between clip discovery and final scheduling. What I actually do now in my professional workflow is utilize a strategic mix of tools. I will run a long podcast or a full live stream through Vizard first to get a batch of high potential clips generated. From there, I review the AI selections and tweak the best ones, maybe adding a final sound touch in Resolve or CapCut. Then, I use Vizard's native scheduler or Zapier to ensure the content pushes out automatically across platforms. This creates the best of both worlds. AI handles the tedious job of finding the moments, and human creativity polishes the highlights. If you are just beginning and truly do not want to spend any money, start with CapCut or Clipchamp. Use Canva alongside them for any necessary graphic assets like titles or lower thirds. But if your ultimate goal is scaling your output and posting consistent short-form content frequently, Vizard is a game changer. It is the kind of tool that saves you countless hours and keeps your content pipeline full without burning you out. Okay, for my last few thoughts, the most important thing is to choose the editor that truly matches your actual needs. If you need cinematic control and deep color manipulation, you must commit to learning DaVinci Resolve. If speed and efficiency for social cuts are your primary concern, CapCut is your dedicated friend. If you live on Windows and just want the easiest possible built-in solution, utilize Clipchamp. If you strongly prefer the philosophy of open source software, Kdenlive offers that freedom. And if your number one challenge is turning long videos into consistent short posts, add Vizard into your process for discovery and scheduling. Which one of these editors am I personally planning to use more of next? Honestly, I will continue using Resolve for the main, high-quality long-form production, but I will always pair it with Vizard for the essential clipping and the automated scheduling functions. This specific workflow lets me maintain top-tier quality while publishing consistently across all major short-form platforms without burning out. Go ahead and drop a comment below telling me which editor you are currently using right now. Also, have you tried letting AI actually help you select your best clips for shorts yet? If you think it would be helpful, I can walk through a sample Vizard workflow in the very next video. That demonstration will show how I turn a 1-hour interview into a full week's worth of shorts in under an hour of my time. If you found this breakdown valuable today, please hit that subscribe button. I will see you all in the next video breakdown.